In 2015, Donald Trump made a rather dramatic prediction. US owed about $18 trillion. Trump said that if the debt reached 24 trillion, we would be at a point of no return. Well, the debt has now crossed 40 trillion. And today, the message from his own secretary sounds rather different. Scott Bessent says there is nothing magic about 40 trillion. His argument is simple. America can grow its way out of it. So which one is true? Was 24 trillion the point of no return, or can US genuinely grow its way out of 40 trillion? Because the real story may not be the size of debt. It may be whether investors still believe the story they are telling them. Let's see what the investors are looking at. US federal debt is now about $40 trillion. Roughly 32 trillion is held by investors and the public, and another 8 trillion is the debt of the government owes to its own account. And recently, the debt has been increasingly at roughly $90,000 every second. US is now spending more than $1 trillion a year just as an interest. And there is a magic. It took the United States nearly 200 years to accumulate its first $1 trillion of national debt. Today, America owes $40 trillion and it spends roughly $1 trillion a year just servicing it. That's quite paradigm shift. And this is where the bond market enters the story. For decades, America could borrow extraordinarily cheaply. Today, investors are demanding considerably more. The 30-year Treasury yield recently moved about 5.3%, around levels not seen since 2007. Bessent even stepped up Treasury purchases of long-term bonds to try brings down the yield. It worked for about a day, and again went back up. The bond market apparently can also do math. Now, Bessent's argument isn't absurd. Countries genuinely can grow their way out of debt. If the economy expands faster than debt and the burden becomes smaller relative to national income. But the budget office says the debt held by the public is around 101% of the GDP. Instead of falling, it projected figure reaching around 120% by 2036 and 175% by 2057. So can America genuinely grow its way out of it? Growth would have to be exceptionally strong to reserve the trajectory. Maybe AI creates an extraordinary productivity boom. Maybe technology, investment, and deregulation transform America's growth rate. Possible, but that's quite an economic experiment to conduct with $40 trillion already on the balance sheet. Something interesting is happening. Investors are basically saying, sure, we will lend you the money, just not at yesterday's price. So the interest rate that world demands to finance it is the number we should really be watching, not 40 trillion, the size of debt. The price of trust is rising.